So we took some time off last week to check out this year's eglx event in Toronto and make our runs around the expo itself, checking out some of the sites happening at this year's event, and the SADES got a firmware update that you'll want to download today. I'm Mikey from SADES TV. We've got this and more for you on this week's episode, so let's cue up the good stuff. This past weekend, we took a stroll back down to my hometown in Toronto, Ontario to visit eglx. We had a chance to see a ton of local gamers in their element while seeing a few tournaments taking place for a few different games, including Rainbow Six Siege and, of course, League. Now that we're back on the grind just a few days before the Call of Duty Modern Warfare release, actually, by the time you've started watching this, you're probably already a few dozen games into it at this point. In any regard, we've got a firmware update for you today available for the SADES gaming mouse. And if you haven't had a chance to take a look at this multi-button beast, I recommend going ahead and taking a look in the description, as we've got the official link for you for that video. Any gamer looking for a worthy upgrade to their mouse should look no further. With 12 buttons total, some ridiculous RGB and customization from top to bottom, the axe comes out the gate swinging at only 108 grams. But it also has a setup weight stat an additional 10.5 grams VR tuning cartridge for those wanting to fully tune up their gameplay a notch. And for added assistance, you can go ahead and customize even further with the help of the axe software, which is downloaded from our website, www.sades.gg. Now, speaking of customization, we've also got options for adding custom macros, lighting, DPI, and of course key commands for your favorite games. Something like a MOBA or FPS will really add to the imagination, as these side buttons G1 through 4 can be mixed and matched to your preference. The axe is available today through Amazon.com and Newegg.ca. Now, one of the cool things that I really like about this mouse, aside from the 12 button options, is again that RGB lighting, which again is fully programmable, really simple, easy to use. We've actually got a plethora of presets that are built into the software, which you can download once again from our website. Upon actually setting up the software itself, though, you'll be greeted with the lighting options, as well as customizing and tweaking those lighting options from brightness and speed. You'll also have the DPI controls, which are 6-way with an LED indicator, as you can see on the box. Let's just zoom that in for you. And as you can see right off the hopper, you're going to get that generic RGB, which is going to be your rainbow color, nice and simple. But what I do like is, again, you have the lighting itself for the DPI, which is already lit up for you, and acts as an indicator to tell you which level you're on. So that's an actual 6-way DPI, which is really slick, really simple. You've got your firing button, which we actually started adding in with the scythe. That's actually been changed now, rather than being on the side of the mouse to the top of the mouse. So easier access for those that are playing first-person shooters and MOBAs, which is really slick. And then you've got your 6 buttons on the side itself. Really easy to use and simple. These are all programmable through custom macros as well as key bindings. So something like PUBG, as an example for me, I love being able to switch my firing rate right off the hopper, as well as being able to heal and use other commands without having to resort to moving from my WASD. Having movement being constant in that game is crucial in terms of staying alive and survivability. So being able to flip the script on those keys and use them on my mouse is absolutely advantageous. I think it goes a long way. Same with MOBA players, being able to use your casts directly from those 4 buttons is taken away from your commands on the keyboard, which keeps everything nice and simple. Other games that we've tested this on is games such as Call of Duty and Apex Legends. They've proven to be very useful in many ways, especially with the custom DPI. I find that certain weapons and certain classes have very specific recoil rates. This helps counter them significantly. And of course, with the custom tuning, being able to remove the bottom of the cap here and insert those extra 10.5 gram weights adds huge value to this mouse. Now, as far as the firmware update goes, the firmware isn't a large update whatsoever. It's more or less set up to give you better stability in the program. Much like our previous softwares we've talked about for the Sickle as well as the Revolver mouse, this software is very low latency, does not require a lot of PC resources. If you're somebody that's worried about resources being used in terms of your RAM usage or CPU, look no further than the SADES software. Worth checking out. For a mouse under $40, you're not going to get a better bang for your buck. Not with RGB and all the bells and whistles that are included in this mouse. So I definitely say check it out today. Check out the reviews. They're on Amazon. They're on Newegg. For any questions or concerns, feel free to shoot us an @SADESNA. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Hit us up, let us know what you think, and we'll go ahead and answer those questions for you. Yes, it's a quick and early one this week. We're going to wrap it up because, it's just about that time. Call of Duty should be happening. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. And again, hit us with the comments, questions, concerns. We'd love to hear all of it from you. Until next time, I'm Mikey. This is SADES TV, growing together with gamers. We'll see you guys next week.